Hi and welcome to ColdReach. This is your automated sales tool. We have with ColdReach an easy way to do business-to-business prospecting, whether you're looking for people or you're looking for specific industries or locations. So let's see how we can use ColdReach to really make your cold email and cold lead generation searching easy. We can start with what we call a location-based search. And in this search, we're looking for particular verticals in a specific location. So we might say, I'm looking for an accountant, and I'm looking for that accountant in a particular area. Let's say Brooklyn. So I'm looking for an accountant in Brooklyn, and now we can search. And now we can start to add these results to a campaign that we'd like to dig in a little bit further. And that's where the magic really happens. So we can multi-select, we can say these ones, or of course we can select all, we can load more results, we can keep adding to the system. And then we want to add these to a campaign. So which come up here is one I just created called Accountants in Brooklyn, strangely enough. And we're just going to add that in. So now we've added those to our campaign. Let's go across and see those results in the campaign. Now, what we're seeing here is that these results have come across and they're ready to have more details added. We'll see this update in just a few minutes and we'll end up with the email addresses. So for example, if I look at a previous campaign, I can see all of the email addresses that belong to a particular company for particular results, and we have those details. So we'll let our Accountants in Brooklyn one mature for a second because I want to blow you away with being able to look for a different style of search. So we talked about this being a people-based search. Now we want, a location-based search. Now we want to look at a people-based search. So a people-based search allows you to look for a job description in a location or even someone that has a particular keyword on their profile. So for example, I might say, I want to find everyone who's a CEO and I'm looking for them in Sydney. So let's look for a CEO in Sydney, Australia. And now what we'll find is all of the people that have CEO as their title, or anywhere in their title, in Sydney, Australia. Now I can then look for, well, let's have a look for something else. Let's look for a director. Anyone who's in the director's role in London. Now, of course, we can go wide with London, or we can go to a suburb level. So perhaps we wanted to look for a much finer tuned area, but let's start with London. We'll just have a bit of a look with that one. So now we have, of course, all the people that have got listed with directors. Now, how close can we go? If we wanted to look in a particular suburb, we can get right down to that detail. So we can find, for example, any location. I've just chosen Bromley there just to see what we can find. So let's type in Bromley in the UK, just like that. And what I'm showing you here is that you can search globally, but you can also get down to a detailed local search. So now we've got our directors who are located in Bromley, UK. So I can look for any role. I can look for people who have been awarded something, if they have the word awarded on their profile, or perhaps they've won a particular award that you're wanting to look for. I can look for people who are interested in a sporting club, for example, or I can keep with that role. So I might look for marketing managers, and let's go back and do our Brooklyn like that. Run our search, and now what we can do is have our marketing managers. Anybody that is a marketing manager in Brooklyn is going to come up, and of course I can then add those to our campaign, which we've got set up as a people-based campaign, and we'll have the same thing happen. So I can just add those to the campaign. Again, that's done. It's time to go and check back in on our accountants in Brooklyn and see if we've found results. And guess what? We've got the results. So now for these ones, we can see not all of them have available email addresses, but for the ones that do, we've got those email addresses right here in our results. And this is where the really cool part of ColdReach kicks in, because we connect with the web's largest automation platform in Zapier. And what you can do with the leads that you're finding with ColdReach is you can now use those leads in any of your next steps. Perhaps you want to add them to a Slack channel, or perhaps you want to add them to a cold outreach program like Woodpecker or Lemlist. Perhaps you want to add them to a CRM program like Zoho, or perhaps you'd like to send a direct tweet or any of the connections over 1,600 connections that you can make through Zapier. So you let ColdReach do the searching for you, and with one click, you're connected through then, even as simple as dropping them into a spreadsheet for further follow-up, or HubSpot to take them into your CRM program. ColdReach makes the art of lead generation easy. Welcome to how automated sales processes should be run.